What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day and a safe day. We're throwing it back a little bit. Today we're talking about the 1982 film First Blood. First Blood, or Rambo First Blood, however you call it, was released in 1982. It was directed by Ted Kotcheff, and it starred Sylvester Stallone, Richard Crenna, and Brian Dennehy. There had been gritty, realistic films before. Apocalypse Now is obviously a fantastic film that had done this earlier and dealt with the repercussions of Vietnam and how that affected people. But I think Rambo First Blood really took that concept of having a really great story and having some great character and emotional moments and putting it into a film that was a lot more accessible for more people. You know, Sylvester Stallone, coming off the success of Rocky, he was obviously somebody that people could look at and recognize and get people into the seat. And then while you do have those big action set pieces, you do have Rambo shooting the giant gun and, you know, all this crazy stuff, you also have some great emotional depth to these characters, and you've got some great storytelling here. With Rambo being a veteran and him having his flashbacks when he is apprehended, there is some great moments here that I want to talk about. The use of flashbacks here is really well done, and I think that the way that it was handled and the grittiness of it was just right. It wasn't over the top, and I think that this film does that very well in general. Is all the violence, all of the some of the blood, some of the deaths, and even some of the emotional trauma isn't over the top. It's all well done. It's all done very craftily, and there's a purpose for it. You know, they're not just throwing in a violent scene like some guy falling out of a helicopter just because. They're not showing Rambo stitching himself up and there's, you know, a little bit of blood or whatever. They're not showing that stuff just because they want to have that in the film to be like, oh, look at how violent it is. I feel like everything in this film was supposed to be there, was purposefully put there, and everything that you see in frame is exactly where it's supposed to be. And this film is so craftily made and so well made. I feel like it has a staple in culture as one of the best made action films. Action films nowadays tend to forget just exactly why things happen, I feel like. You know, Rambo doesn't just decide he's going to fight this entire police battalion just because. You know, he does it because he's forced to. His hand is forced. And a lot of films, I feel like, forget the why and then just jump to the action parts of it. But the build up to all of this grand scale action, I feel like, is just as important a part of the journey as the actual battles. I also love the persona of John Rambo and how there is such a great, you know, mystery around who he is and why exactly he has these flashbacks and why exactly he is a threat. And then we get that monologue about exactly who John Rambo is, which I feel like John Wick directly took inspiration from.
Strictly speaking, he slipped up. You're lucky to be breathing.
That's just great. Colonel, you came out here to find out why one of your machines blew a gasket.
You don't seem to want to accept the fact that you're dealing with an expert in guerrilla warfare. With a man who's the best. With guns, with knives, with his bare hands. A man who's been trained to ignore pain, ignore weather, to live off the land, to eat things that'll make a billy goat puke. In Vietnam, his job was to dispose of enemy personnel, to kill, period. Win by attrition. Well, Rambo was the best.
And says, well, yeah, John Rambo's a fucking badass, you know. Sylvester Stallone is great in this film. I think Rambo is actually his best role. And people are going to say it's Rocky. And I can go back and forth. I can see either side. I think Rambo is his best role. And this film, especially to date, is really well done. And he does a very good job at both being expressionless and also, like, you can feel everything that he's feeling at the same time. It's all really well done. I like the idea that he's trying to go back and meet up with these people he used to fight with. And you see that even though some of them didn't die in battle, they died because of what happened with the Agent Orange or whatever chemicals there were in Vietnam. And you see just how little he actually has. And for a character to have nothing, and we see them like progressively just have nothing, and they're forced to be put into a situation where obviously they're not the bad guy. Obviously they're just trying their best to, just live their life and get back to living the way they used to before Vietnam. I thought it was very well done. And I liked the idea that we open with him trying to go meet up with some friends and that they weren't around anymore. And I thought it was very well done, very realistic. I also love the chase scene where they're going through the woods and all that kind of stuff. It's a long chase scene. It goes from the city into the woods, and I just liked it. I thought it was well done. It's in the mud. It's gritty. It's down to earth. And that's one of the things that I think this film does exceptionally well is it puts everything into reality. Nothing here seems too over the top. Nothing here seems too extreme to where it couldn't be done. I believe this stuff could actually happen if somebody who is at the same level as John Rambo was put in the situation. I could see it happening. And I feel like that's why this film is as good as it is. It's so realistic. And like I said, it's just so well done. The script is so tight. The acting is so well done. The action is there for a reason. Every character has a purpose. This film is absolutely fantastic. And everything has a purpose. I can't think of a single scene that I would cut. I can't think of anything that I would shorten or add. This film, I think, is exactly what it's supposed to be. And I love it for that. First Blood is amazing. If you have not checked it out, you need to go ahead and check it out. I'm going to give Rambo First Blood a 10 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. Which is your favorite Rambo? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you'd like for me to review a movie, just let me know and I'll try to get to it whenever I can. Get yourself a Pepsi while you're at it. And you guys have a great day. I will see you guys later. Bye.